Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. Happy Thanksgiving! You know, today millions of Americans will be carving turkeys or eating turkey. Many won't, but many will. And yet today, there's going to be a farmer in Vietnam who's preparing for the Mid-Autumn Festival, where Thanksgiving means sharing moon cakes under harvest moonlight. In Ghana, the Homowo Festival literally means hooting at hunger. It's a harvest Thanksgiving celebration where people remember times of famine but celebrate abundance. You see, giving thanks isn't uniquely an American tradition, it's a deeply human one. And today, as we gather around our tables, if we're so blessed, let's take a remarkable journey around the world and discover how humanity has been saying thank you for thousands of years. You know, long before the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth Rock, Native American nations celebrated their own Thanksgiving traditions. Now, they had a different concept of God than certainly the Judeo-Christian concept. But North American nations celebrated these traditions. When I was growing up in Rochester, we studied the Iroquois Indians because they were the Native Americans who had settled that part of New York. And the Haudenosaunee people, the Iroquois people, would recite the Thanksgiving address that in the original language meant words that come before all else. Isn't that great? Expressing gratitude. They did it to every part of creation, but as a Christian, I do it to the Divine One, to God. From the earth to the stars, they would be thankful, expressing their gratitude. King David had these words in Psalm 136. He says that God's love endures forever. And he talks of God's faithfulness in nature as well as in history, constantly refraining his love endures forever. Thanksgiving is that way. It isn't just an annual event. It's a regular occurrence. It's like breathing. If we cross the ocean to South Korea, you'll find Chuseok, a 3-day harvest festival where families gather together to thank their ancestors and to share these special rice cakes that are made with the new grain from the harvest. You know, Jewish tradition, Sukkot, that celebrates not just the harvest, but God's protection during the Exodus, with families building these temporary tents or shelters to remember not just the abundance, but their dependence upon God. All of these festivals teach us something profound, that Thanksgiving isn't just about the gift, it's about remembering the story behind it. As Deuteronomy 8:10 commands, when you have eaten, when you are satisfied, praise the Lord for the good land he's given you. So, as we continue around the world, and my final point, China, they have a Mid-Autumn Festival that emphasizes unity. And families that have been separated by distance all gaze at the same moon, sharing moon cakes as a symbol of completeness and reunion. Germany has I think it's called the Erntedankfest. It involves creating elaborate harvest crowns from grain and flour, celebrating abundance and beauty. In India, they have Pongal, which is a 4-day Thanksgiving festival where families literally watch rice. They watch the rice boil over in a pot to symbolize abundance overflowing. Each culture has found unique ways to express a universal truth that God's built into our DNA. The Christian understanding in James 1:17 is that every good and perfect gift is from above. And our methods of giving thanks may differ, but our hearts are all wired for a language of gratitude. So gather around your table or wherever you are, even if you're by yourself, whether it holds turkey and stuffing, mooncake, seongpin, or something else entirely, remember, you're participating in something so important. It's so important. You're giving thanks to the Lord. It's why I've made this your video thought for the day.